be experimental, get your toys out. Me and be like, Mills, why aren't we having sex? Like, what the hell? Yeah. We have good sex. Yeah. Thank you very much, Spencer Horton. My sex drive was very high. Yeah. Yours. The next question is, do you use sex toys? And if you, he has this unbelievable control. Hello, honeys.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining me now, then hi, my name's Imogen.
My name's Spencer.
Yes, this is my husband, and today we are doing a video we've never done on my channel before. You were a little bit apprehensive for this video.
Definitely.
Because it's, you know, us being very open, but I feel like it's very important for us to talk about things like this. So today we're going to be doing a video all about sex. I feel like there's a massive taboo around talking about sex, but I feel like the more we talk about things, the less they seem scary. For so many people, you know, when I was younger, I was very lucky to live in a very open environment at home, but I know that a lot of my friends couldn't speak to certain people about it. I think that talking about it takes a stigma, a taboo away from it. And yeah, so we're going to be answering all of your questions about sex and relationships, sex in general, you know, pleasure, toys, the lot. So
my thought on it as well is that the things that should be spoken about in this country are probably spoken about the least. Yeah. And like,
so, very
and
true.
This being one of them. Like,
sex is natural. It's a normal thing. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's talk all about sex.
Let's talk about sex. Yeah, I thought about that. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things.
Oh, really? I was going, let's talk about bubbles in the tub. Let's talk about making love. Let's talk about you on top or me. Okay, I'm just going to stop. Let's go into the questions.
Let's get in.
So Spencer hasn't seen these questions yet, so here we go. How important do you think sex is in a relationship?
Sex is important. Yeah. But you shouldn't base your relationship around sex. No. Like, it's just good to be close and, you know, have that intimate time. Yeah. But yeah, it's important, but it's not the be all or end all. No. Sex is important in a relationship, I think, because it's, like you said, about being close. And I think the minute your sex dies, you can really censor. You know, sometimes when we've been through little patches or whatever where I've not wanted it or you've not wanted it or whatever, sometimes you don't feel as connected. I feel like with you, sex is so amazing and lovely because not only do we have good sex, thank you very much, Spencer Horton, but I feel like it's the closest you can physically ever be to that person. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're inside you, so it is actually the closest you can physically be. Yeah. But I feel like if sex is the main part of your relationship, then I feel like there's not the love there. There might be the passion, but maybe there's not other bits. Yeah, definitely. So I feel like you need to have a mix of all of it. You need to have the passion and the sex, the making love sex. You need to have all of that sex, but you also need to have the trust, the love, the happiness, the closeness, all of that, and good sex. Absolutely. Don't you think? All little factors make up one good factor. Yeah, and I think before I met Spencer, and obviously when we were both single, I feel like when you finally meet the person that you connected with, and that's your soulmate, and you're meant to spend the rest of your life together, I feel like sex is so much better. Oh, 100%. Like, sex isn't just sex anymore. Like when you grow up, you're like, oh, I'm with a girlfriend or a boyfriend and we're having sex. We make love, but then we can also have the lust and the passion and all those things because we feel so comfortable with each other and we want each other. So there you go. So I feel like sex shouldn't be the be all and end all of your relationship, but I do think it is important because it's giving someone pleasure, you're giving someone love, you're also being close, you know? Yeah, I agree, 100%. Like after sex, we get even closer. Yeah, we have a cuddle. We love a cuddle. We have a cuddle. When we first went out, we first had sex because I was really closed off, and it took a couple of months for us to actually have sex anyway. Spencer really waited for me. Yeah. But I was the one that was like, I didn't want cuddles, did I? No, I was horrible. Run away. It's because I was really worried you were going to be horrible. Okay, next question. Is it normal for men to have a lower sex drive? I don't think it's abnormal or normal. I think it's just completely different people. Yeah, so it varies from person to person. Yeah. Like, some people might have a higher sex drive than others. So yeah. I do actually think as things progress, I'm hearing more and more from my subscribers and stuff like that they want sex more. But then I hear some from my subscribers that say, I don't want to have sex with my partner, I'm not really in the mood. You know, I think with women as well, it's our hormones, everything is based around that. I can't explain a man because I'm obviously not a man, but I feel like for me personally, when my hormones are up or low or whatever it is, I feel like my sex drive gets more or gets less. Yes. Like when we first met, when we first started having sex, I hadn't had sex for a very long time, so my sex drive was higher than yours. I mean, my sex drive was very high. Yeah. Yours was good, and mine was like, I hadn't had it for years though, so I was like buzzing. She was ready. I was ready to roll. But I feel like it's different people, and also, don't you feel like in our relationship,
one person will have a higher sex drive at one point, then I'll have it. Like, at the moment, I feel like it's you.
Yeah.
But that's because I've got a urine infection and we can't have sex. So that is why his sex drive is like, come on, Mills.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. But I feel like it just goes through swings and roundabouts, and I think that's very normal.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's very normal person to person. I've met some men.
Day to day.
You know, like, so I know men, our friends and things like that, that have really low sex drives, and some have really high sex drives.
Definitely.
So I feel like it's just person to person. So I wouldn't look into it too much.
No.
I just feel like one person in a relationship is always going to have a bit more of a sex drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so next question. Is it normal to not have sex all the time?
Yeah, of course it is. Like we say though, like normal is, I hate the word normal because like, so what is normal? Like, you don't need to have sex like if you had it like once a week or 10 times a week. It doesn't matter. It's like, as long as you're happy and doing it safely, it doesn't matter when you have sex. Like,
I feel like the most important thing for me, I think, is communication.
Yeah.
I think receiving your guys' DM, I really do feel like it's something that we're scared to talk about and we shouldn't be. I'm definitely not, and you're definitely not, but I feel like a lot of people that are in relationships, maybe new relationships or younger relationships or just any relationship in general, sometimes it can be a bit scary and daunting to talk about. But you just need to speak to that person. If you feel like you want sex more and they're not giving it to you, then maybe there might be a reason. Maybe their libido's a bit lower, maybe they're feeling a bit rubbish in themselves, maybe they're feeling insecure, and it's vice versa. If a man wants it more than you, maybe you need to just say to him, I love you, I want to be close to you, but right now I feel really unattractive, I feel really unsexy, because we can go through those days, you know. But actually sometimes when I feel like that, being passionate makes me feel more like I feel sexy again, you know.
But communicating is key. Like, you just need to talk between yourselves and just make sure that it's both happy and working for you. Some
people have sex so much. Some people have a really high sex drive, and that is fine. Some people have sex sometimes, every now and again, they love it and they enjoy it. Some people don't even really enjoy sex, and they're not,
which is fair enough.
And that's completely fair. So I feel like if you feel like it's a problem in your relationship, you just have to communicate.
I agree.
Don't you think?
100%.
Yeah. Okay, next question. I saw that in the corner of my eye. Does sex fade out over time? Did your sex life get worse when you got married?
Got better.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely got better. I mean, our sex life was good anyway, but I feel like as we've got married and as we've got older, we're, you know, just experimenting, having more fun. We know each other more.
Exactly.
Like, you know, there can be times where we can skip a couple of bits and get straight to it, or really enjoy foreplay. And I feel like it's just
Mills. Let them know.
You let the Huns know.
Come on.
But I feel like everyone thinks that when you get married that you stop having sex. I don't know where that comes from. I think it's because a lot of people think a man can't have sex with one woman for the rest of his life, or a woman can't have sex with a man for the rest of their life. But if you are having sex and you talk and you're open and you say what you like and you get what you like and you're selfless sex is the best sex. Like, me giving to you, you giving to me, that for me is when you both are at a peak where you're like, this is good sex. And I feel like having sex with you for the rest of my life is going to be amazing.
Perfect.
Until we stop having it when I'm older, and you know,
we'll still try.
We'll still try. No, in my family we probably will. But I feel like it's just about communicating and feeling like you can talk to that person about, if the sex dies a little bit and you feel like you're not getting it that much, then you just need to be honest. You know, you just there's ways of saying things.
There could be reasons why it's sort of dipped off. You might be stressed at work, or you know, there's other things that are distracting you from thinking about your sex life. So
I think it's about the way that they word it. Like, if you were to come to me and be like, Mills, why aren't we having sex? Like, what the hell? I'd be like, wow, that's disrespectful. I do not want to have sex with you. But if you came to me and said, Mills, like, I want to be intimate with you, and I feel like at the moment maybe that's something you're not really invested in. Is it, you know, there are ways of saying things that don't offend someone. Like, a woman or a man could get equally very offended. Imagine I came to Spencer and was like, why has our sex died? Like, it's shit. That can really hurt someone's ego.
Back up about that,
and it can make someone really go into their shell. And I feel like it's just about talking about it in the right way, saying, you know, I love you, I want to be intimate, I find you so attractive, I find you so sexy, you know. And doing things like...
You tell me that all the time.
Yeah, I know. Like doing things like running the bath and then knowing... Like Spencer sometimes when I feel like I know he wants to have some loving, he will run the bath or get the bed ready to give me a massage. And I'm like, I know. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you just give me a lovely massage.
It's not my ploy all the time, is it?
But sometimes... Oh, sorry, I just slapped you. But sometimes when you're giving me the massage to help me and like make me feel relaxed, I'm like, I know what's coming. But I just feel like you just have to talk in a marriage, in a relationship, in a whatever you're in a friendship, in, you know, however you're having sex safely, that's all we need. But however you're having sex, and just communicate it.
It comes back to that word, doesn't it? Communication.
It does.
And it's so important in life across all aboard.
There are going to be times where I'm going to be feeling really uncomfortable, or maybe I've just given birth, or I'm pregnant and I'm not going to want sex as much, but that's something that we talk about. But you're very understanding of all those things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so 100%.
It's just about getting an understanding and getting a level of communication. So the next question is, do you use sex toys? And if you do, how have you integrated them into your sex life? So if you'd asked me a couple of months ago, I would have said the only sex toy I've ever tried is a clitoral stimulation. I've never actually used something which goes inside, a penetrative stimulator. So the last couple of weeks, the sex life has got even more of an up. I was very much at the mindset of like, if you're having good sex, I felt like, well, I don't need to use something else. However, I think personally, for me, having a sex toy has been the best thing for both of us.
Yeah, agree.
Because I now know where I want things here, and actually, you're finding my G-spot quicker. You've always found my G-spot. You have always, from the get-go, you were very good in bed. However, I feel like now I'm aware of my body and where I want stuff hit. I feel like it's made our sex life even better, but also it's made my orgasms so much better. So this is the sex toy. Look at her, she's beautiful. This is from Lelo. This is the Soraya Wave. Oh my God, look at her. Oh my God, it's in your face, sorry, it's in your face. This is a Soraya Wave and it is from a brand called Lelo. Lelo actually specialise in sex toys. They're also an incredible brand. Their brand actually uses their voice to raise awareness for women talking about orgasm, to close the orgasm gap, to not make it such a taboo subject for women to come and orgasm and enjoy themselves.
Exactly.
And Lelo are really a brand which champions that, and that's what I love about it. As well as this baby, honey.
Hello to Lelo.
Yeah. It's a rabbit massager. It's actually a dual vibrator. So not only does it penetrate, but it also has the clitoral stimulation as well, which I think is amazing. If you want to hit your G-spot, my friends, my huns, this is going to get it there quickly, whatever you want. It has 12 different settings, 12 different vibration settings, which are unbelievable. You might not think you need them, but you do. They have just the stimulation for penetrative. They also have just the clitoral stimulation. Then you have like a build. If you want to build it up, you can get faster, harder, slower, softer, whatever vibe you want. It's in your hands. Vibrations are powerful, but they're quiet, which we absolutely love. You can take it in the bath, shower, it's waterproof, and it's USB charged, so you don't have to like use batteries and stuff, which just makes it easy if you want to go on holiday, take it with you, you know that.
What can't it do?
What? Cook the dinner. It's very body safe. It's a safe silicone for all body types. It's super hygienic. I'm just really glad to have shown you this because honestly it's changed the game for sex, hasn't it?
Definitely. It's
changed the game for our sex, it's changed the game for me, it's changed the game for my body, it's changed the game for how I feel. So yeah, love that. I've never experienced an orgasm. Is it normal for women? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I know you can't really speak for women, but yes. It's a very normal. I grew up, I lost my virginity and I had sex and everyone said, oh my God, sex, 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 and you hear all of this, you feel the same. You lose your virginity and then you're like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what sex is? You know, because when you're younger, I feel like you're growing and getting to know your own body, your body's developing, your hormones are changing, all those things, and you aren't with necessarily the person you're meant to be with for the rest of your life, or you might be, but you, as you get older, you know, I know people that have been together since they were like 15, lost their virginity to each other, and they said their sex is the best now, because they're finally growing up and finally knowing what they want.
Yeah.
We were very lucky. I mean, the first time we weren't, you know, it was very, just, it was a bit rushed or whatever, because we were both just, it'd been building up for months. It'd been building up for months, and Spencer was nervous because I hadn't had sex for a very long time, so he was probably nervous, like, you know, whatever, is she gonna be alright? We were very lucky that early on we lusted after each other and wanted that sex, and I'm very lucky that I have a lover, oh God, that's cringe, that's so cringe, I can't cope, oh my God. I'm so lucky that in the bedroom department I have a very selfless person who wants to wait till the end until I finish.
Yeah.
Like, he has this unbelievable control, which I'm like, wow, thank you. Sorry, this is so open. Sorry.
God.
Well, stop talking, I'm making him go red. But I feel like you have to understand that you need to try new things, whether that's experimenting with toys, whether that's experimenting with yourself. You need to know what ticks for your body.
Yeah.
Because how is any man ever going to love you right and like F-U-C-K you right?
Yeah.
If you don't know what you want. I know that because I grew up having sex. I didn't grow up having good sex. I didn't really know what good sex was until I got with you, really.
Yeah.
Like,
same.
Yeah, so like, because we're so intimate with each other, we experiment, we do certain things or whatever, I feel like we know each other now to a T. That orgasms come very easily and very quickly. Or they can last a very long time. Okay, it's very normal, whatever normal is. It's very, very normal. Do you ever feel guilty if you don't want sex and you say no? I don't.
Not at all.
No, I don't. I feel like...
We're together forever.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if it was not on for one evening, it's not the end of the world, is it? It's just like...
I feel like you've definitely taught me that relationships aren't just about having sex. And relationships definitely have to go so much deeper than sex. But... what I will say is, there is a level of compromise in life. I'm not saying that everyone needs to lie on their back to be there for their husband. But I'm saying that sometimes I don't necessarily want it at the time. But I know that sometimes you necessarily might not be up for it. You're tired after a long day of work. And there's me wanting sex. And you say no and I say no and whatever. But sometimes it's about give and take. Like,
100%.
I don't want to come across wrong there. I want to make sure you're not having sex with someone to please them. No. But I'm saying that in a relationship, definitely, there comes a time where sometimes you do compromise. You know, I know that sometimes I want it more than you, and I know that sometimes you want it more than me. And sometimes we say no and we're like, yeah, chill, let's just not. Like, I completely understand you're knackered. But sometimes we might just have it, and then afterwards we're like, love it.
But sometimes it could be like a kiss that would instigate the other person to sort of then be like, actually, you know, that's got the blood going, you know.
Yes.
So like, it's just you know, sometimes if they're not up for it, just give them a little massage and a kiss.
Yeah, and just understand that it's give and take. Sometimes you won't have it, and sometimes you will have it, and sometimes you compromise, and sometimes you really want it and you get it, you know.
Yeah.
What do I do if I want sex more? I've got an itchy nose. I feel like there's black everywhere. What do you do if you want sex more? You communicate.
Yes, exactly. That key word, communicate.
Yes, exactly that.
Communicate.
At the beginning of our relationship, we didn't communicate as well as we do now, at all. I was very open and you were a bit closed off, which is understandable completely. We've been in very different relationships. We're very different people. We're very similar and very different at the same time.
Absolutely.
But I feel like I opened you up a bit more and we just communicate about everything now.
I just like... you sort of given me that sort of confidence to be able to talk about it.
Yeah, you've developed so much more strength, and that's because I feel like I love you, and I feel like the right person gives you strength. And I feel like sometimes if we're not having sex, or sometimes we're having a lot of sex or whatever, we just talk about it. Like, if I wanted to have it more, I'd be very comfortable to just say to you, baby, I feel like at the moment our sex isn't as it used to be. You know, I just wanna be close to you. And then you'd be like, if I, like I said earlier, it's just a way of saying it. If I came in and was really harsh, or you came in and was like, you could make me feel really insecure if you were like, sex is rubbish, like, why aren't we having it? And if you were aggressive like that, then I obviously wouldn't be with you. But I feel like it's just a way of communicating. I think you get that as you get older, and you just get that from videos like this, hopefully.
Exactly,
you know?
Hopefully we inspire you.
Oh, is it coming off?
Yeah.
Give them a little something. Okay. How do you keep your sex life fun and exciting when you're having it all the time? What would you say to that? Because I feel like every time we have sex, I feel like it's like not the first time, but I feel like it's like.
When we have sex, we're just like, it obviously reminds us how amazing it is, and we're like, geez, same time tomorrow.
We literally commentate about it. No, we don't. Well, that's one thing we don't do. He is joking. We don't ever plan, and someone actually messaged me that, saying that in their relationship they feel like they plan to have sex. We don't do that.
No,
and I think that sometimes that can make sex a bit. If we planned to have sex, I'd be dry. I'd be like, sorry, I can't make a set time.
I don't think it would actually happen.
No, I feel like I understand with children though, when you have children running around and stuff, you kind of have to be like...
You have windows.
Yeah, because Joe Wick said recently, didn't he, like, him and his wife will go up to bed early a couple of nights to know that that's their time to be intimate. And I feel like that's nice, because that's not exactly scheduled, but it still is knowing you're getting time.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you just have to be exciting with each other, try new things, be experimental. get your toys out, get some role play, love your life, or even not that. Just try new positions, or just try different things, you know, with him and him with you, and just what you like. Like, I know for a fact I love my neck being kissed. Well, if you want to turn me on, that is the way, you know.
Baby
like,
girl.
yeah, no, don't do it now.
I'm not gonna.
I thought you were gonna start launching for me. But yeah, so basically, it's just about keeping it fresh and fun, but also understanding that it's not gonna be exciting all the time. Sometimes sex is just a nice time to be close and, you know, come and be together. But actually, it's not. It's strange for me saying come on the channel, because it's like, but it should be normal. It should be normal. But I don't ejaculate. I come. I would come, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
We're doing the sex talk and we're like, sorry, what? Okay, how was it having sex after so long? Did it put you off, Spencer, that I hadn't had sex for a long time? So just quickly, backstory. I hadn't had sex for a long time. I hadn't had sex for over 5 years. So when I met Spencer, I'd been in and out of hospital. I'd come from different relationships and stuff, and I just hadn't had sex. I didn't want to go and have meaningless sex. For me, I just didn't want to have that. And I felt like the longer I left it, the more I needed to be with the one that I was going to be with for the rest of my life. I probably put so much pressure on it. So that's why you waited quite a long time for me. But
yeah, of course. Like, I didn't mind waiting as well, because like, you know, to all the guys out there, if a girl's not ready, then I really believe that you should wait and respect her wishes. So yeah, there's no rush. Like, I sort of knew we were going to be together anyway, so it's just yeah, I didn't mind waiting. And
but did it put you off that I hadn't had sex for so long?
Not at all.
No,
not at all.
If anything, you were buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, you were excited, really. You were very excited for the first time, that's for sure.
Yeah, very excited.
So yeah, I don't think it put you off. You were never ever anything like that.
Not at all.
And sex was nice for me. Obviously, the first time, it was never going to be like a really long, intimate affair, because we were both so like building up climax-wise. But yeah, it really hurt. It did hurt. Because I hadn't had sex for so long. I felt like, I don't know whether that's just me, but even sometimes, I don't know, it just sometimes is very tight and it hurts. But that's fine, you know, more and more foreplay you need. But after 5 years, it was very difficult. But we just built it up, didn't we?
Indeed.
And then I was like, okay, I need to go home now.
I love you, Mills.
I love you. I can't believe we're talking about the first time we had sex. But you know,
giggling like children.
It's funny if you actually think about it.
Yeah.
And you were like, you didn't say anything to me. You were like, okay, okay, so that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I have had so many questions about sex, about first times, contraception, all different things, positions, favourite things, whatever. So if you want me and Spencer to do another one of these, if you want me to do them on my own or whatever, then just let me know. But I'm really grateful that you got involved with this video. I really am. So
thanks for having me.
It's definitely out of your comfort zone, but you didn't seem that out of your comfort zone. You're amazing.
Yeah, well, I obviously wanted to come across as like I knew what I was talking about.
Come across. Anyway, okay, I'm going to leave you there. I love you guys so much, and until next time, I'm going to love you.
And I'm going to leave you.
Bye. I upload
always wave my hand.
Yes. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, so make sure you subscribe. I love you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.